Alright, survivors, it's been a few days since my last upload, but when you're given one of those rare holidays here in the US where there is no work, you take it. But I'm back on the grind, it's Saturday morning, and we've got the Community Crunch to check out. Welcome back to the channel, it's LtBuzzLitebeer, and we have a lot to sift through with this week's Crunch, including cross-platform mods getting a serious boost, updates on Extra Life and Turkey Trials with a bit of a delay for one of those, the Arkathon Modding Contest coming right around the corner, a delay for Switch, an update from the ARK Live Ops HQ, along with a few bits I found scattered around the internet. In case you haven't done so already, hit subscribe and ring the notifications bell to receive my ARK news upload alerts. Likes, comments, shares are of course greatly appreciated. Chapters are in place and available for a smooth and easy viewing experience. Let's get this one going. As we all know, Ark Survival Ascended launched onto Xbox and Windows this past week, and it has had an overall mixed result. No need to jump into it all right now, and I covered it in detail in one of my past Ark uploads, but there's some good and some bad here. But what has now been vastly improved is the cross-platform mod library. Now, you all know I main a PC, so we've had access to these for a fair amount of time, but when Xbox launched, the mod library was a bit thin, which has now been changed to the better with Wildcard greenlighting over 120 new mods. This was, of course, one of the main talking points for Ark Survival Ascended, right? Along with cross-platform and cross-progression, which curiously we haven't seen mentioned in what I feel like is forever, leading me to wonder if that proved to be a mountain too tall to climb for Wildcard. I've not personally modded my game at all, which is quite odd. I mean, I need to try these out because by contrast, my Starfield game is heavily modded, and that's one more thing I need to add to my to-do list. But there are reports that not all is working properly, as addition creatures are reportedly not appearing at all, or mods in general are not working as intended, requiring a series of boots and closings to finally get them fully downloaded and installed. I do, however, see Nikotis's Svartalfheim map mod here on the list, and I do want to try that one out in particular. Maybe that's a great question for chat. What would be your top 3 mods to download on PC and why? Leave me some feedback in the comment section below. Jumping over to turkeys, and we're not talking about snail games, at least not yet, although I am currently working on something about that outfit, but it's going to require more time in the oven to fully cook, and wow, how did I get so sidetracked? Anyways, back to the script. Originally, the turkey trial was coming on a limited trial basis via a mod test on November the 28th, but it has now been pushed back to Friday, December the 1st. And I keep wanting to give the turkeys a trial run, but something about Thanksgiving in December feels off to me. Now, what is not off is the list of skins, emotes, and colors that can be had during the event, totaling 49 individual items. New items being added included a pumpkin pie hat, because of course, cooked turkey hat, forest crown hat, cornucopia-inspired feeding trough, turkey deep fryer cooking pot. Man, I wonder if this has real-world mechanics tied to it. And then we can expect 2 new emotes, touchdown, and fringe gesture. All that's here is a date, no range of days, or even if this is a single-day event, and if so, for how many hours. And as more information becomes available, expect an update in a future upload. Also kicking off in early December is the Arkathon Modding Contest, offering up $350,000 in rewards between modders and studios. Now, 50 grand of this is in a prize pool for individual mods, such as skins, dinos, and weapons, and these mods can be published immediately. 300 grand of the money is going to be broken up into 3 separate $100,000 development grants being awarded to 3 studios for original content and IP in the form of DLC level premium mods. And thinking it over, you know, I spent a ton of time in Borderlands 2, and I love that Sir Hammerlock's Big Game Hunt DLC, so maybe one of these studios could take that concept and create an entire Ark experience around that theme. Anyways, Let me know what you'd like to see in terms of an entire DLC for Ark Survival Ascended. I think it would be interesting to read your feedback, and who knows, maybe someone at one of these studios actually watches the channel and could use your feedback as concept for their work. ARKpocalypse just had another wipe, so you've got a full month to try it out before the next wipe on December the 22nd, and on that date, Wildcard is saying that more ARKpocalypse servers will be added to the rotation, and that all of these will wipe on the exact same day moving forward, so every 4 weeks. The Extra Life charity event has seen its fair share of ups and downs, not the actual event, but in terms of Ark's participation, as the broken out launches of Xbox and PlayStation have taken a bite out of this one, as it is expected to begin on Saturday, December 2nd at 10 a.m. PST, running for 24 hours straight with donations going to a worthy cause at the Children's Miracle Network hospitals. Now, no word yet on what Wildcard has planned for the reveals, as they would normally showcase some new content and such during the event, but with PlayStation looking like it is a 100% certainty that they will not be live for that event, I wonder if we're going to see those 10 to 12 times rates, as in past streams, as those huge milestones were met. As it stands right now, Wildcard's goal is to raise $150,000 and have already hit $15,000 in donations. Moving along, and it looks like Grove Street Games, who have handled the previous Ark Survival Evolved ports for Switch, are pushing back Genesis Part 2 into early 2024. And I haven't checked on it because I don't play on Switch, but wasn't this DLC expected sometime around, I don't know, now? Or at least in late 2023? Possibly to smooth over the news of the delay, they are running a Black Friday discount on ASE, the Ultimate Survivor upgrade, and Dino Discovery up through December the 3rd. And let's finish up today's Ark News Roundup with a bit of a mashup, including live ops and PlayStation, but kicking it all off is Ark Survival Ascended in general. And the one thing we really need here, cold hard data, is just not available. How many players purchased Ark Survival Ascended on what date? How many are still playing? How many refunded? How well did ASA fare on Xbox and Windows? Because just based on a quick search through the Xbox store, and Ark Survival Ascended is not showing up in the top 50 most played games on Xbox. But by comparison, I do see Ark Survival Evolved on this list, but not ASA, as it only shows up under the New Games header. Also, how well has Ark Survival Ascended been performing? Again, we get little bits and pieces of info on this as well. Ark Live Ops HQ has been dropping a constant barrage of updates, reverts, and fixes as huge exploits are discovered, patched out, sometimes causing even greater issues, resulting in a revert or something else. I mean, overall, at least for me, Ark Survival Ascended on Steam PC and in single player is still a mixed bag of results. Sometimes when I log in to continue my adventures, the game runs like butter. The next day, I could be lagging and hitting frame spikes all over the place, and keep in mind that my PC setup is extremely high-end, which leads us to the player feedback, which, like my PC gaming experience on ASA, is all over the place. Reports are made that a certain issue that has been fixed and resolved by Wildcard, but I still read fresh comments from players that the very issues that Wildcard claims to have squashed are still live and in the game. Likewise, and information is not readily available here, but console feedback like PC has also been mixed. I've seen and heard that Series X, besides the frame rates, seems to be doing okay, while Series S, which looked really bad to me, I've also seen comments from Series S players that they say it's running really well. Again, I don't play on box, so I can't give accurate first-hand descriptions of how it's truly running. Recently, Wildcard stated that they have eliminated 95% of the join errors on the official network, yet I'm seeing fresh comments from players stating they can't join official servers. Again, what is accurate? Which brings us to the point that we add in PlayStation to this discussion. How will ASA run on that platform? Wildcard has slightly changed up their verbiage to say that the game is currently in certification with Sony, which they haven't outwardly spoken like this about ASA in the past, usually preferring something to the tune of, hey, we are working with our partners through iterations. Will it still launch in early December? How about earlier? And how will adding PlayStation into the mix affect the overall stability of the game? I mean, with Steam PC, it's just a basic update, easy to submit, and we can download and just move on. But with console, it goes through a review process, and it could still affect the entire network until it is fixed. I guess I'm just voicing through my concerns here. I mean, it's not all doom and gloom, but I'm trying to be honest and talk it all through. If Xbox issues are taking weeks to be approved, how will PlayStation stress that process even further once it goes live? How about all those issues we're reading with PvP cheater enforcement? I mean, I'm seeing that tickets are piling up, and those, even with clear video proof attached, are being denied. Also, what's happening with that much hyped up Arcade Ambassador program being run by Noise, aka Snail Games? I mean, that was all the craze for a month, and since then, I haven't heard or seen a peep about any of that. Again, information is what we are needing, and for the most part, not getting. But, you know, maybe those are topics for another day. Make sure to leave me any ARK-related feedback in the comment section below. Remember to hit subscribe and ring the notifications bell to receive my latest upload alerts. Likes, comments, shares are of course greatly appreciated. All my socials can be found in the video description below. Shout out to the nearly 181,000 of you that have stuck with me and hit subscribe. And a special thanks goes out to my Patreon supporters and to those of you sending over those much appreciated YouTube super chats. Until the next one, this is LtBuzzLitebeer, signing off.